Chapter 22. Prophecy. As Kai lay motionless on the dirt floor of the arena, the crowd continued chanting, as some inside began raging and disputing with others for the gambling wagers they bet, while others were more interested in whether or not the gods had spoken. "You bet me he would win the fight. Now he's dead. Pay up," one man was heard saying. "He did win the fight. Did you not see him get up onto his knees after the wolf bled out?" Another responded. "The langur is a lost cause. Look at him lying in the same pool of blood as the wolf. It's all the same blood. It's animal blood, it is." "Nonsense, there's no proof he's dead. And did you see him sacrifice his shoulder so he could strike the beast with his right arm? If he is still alive, he has been divinely judged. Odin has spoken. He must be spared." "If he's alive, we'll finish the job," a berserker hoarsely blurted out as he unsheathed his axe after overhearing the conversation. "If we perform Blowthorn, Blood Eagle, we can offer his life as a sacrifice to Odin." "Without a doubt we will, as the instruments of Odin's wrath slice up this cursed langur," another berserker agreed, before four more began nodding their heads. "Silence!" a sharp, loud voice yelled. Ragnarбjörg had stepped into the ring, checked Kai's chest for breathing, and was now holding up two axes while keeping his eyes fixed on the langur. "No one touches the lad. He is alive. I will take him to my home, where he will remain a thrall under my household." These were the terms. If anyone feels otherwise, we can resolve that right here, right now. The crowd remained silent. Then, after a full minute, Ragnarбjörg nodded in approval, ripped a piece of cloth from his tunic, wrapped it around Kai's blood-soaked wound, picked him up, and then slung him over his shoulder, walking to his hut at a swift pace. Kai drifted in and out of sleep before finally waking up, not in a cage, but in a bed. He heard whispering and voices in the room adjacent to the one he was in. Immediately he attempted to get up, but found his injured left shoulder was now nearly completely incapacitated. He didn't stand a chance. Laying back down, he tried his best to listen. Two voices were going back and forth. He should have died in the ring. But Odin spared him. Was it Odin who spared him, or was it Odin he defied? Leaning on his right shoulder and lending his left ear as close to the next room as he could, he heard a raspy old man's voice whisper with contemplation. "Odin spared him in the ordeal yesterday, aye. This is true. But the langur's path is not Odin's work. That path is fated by men, and has been fated by men since its inception." Kai didn't believe his ears. Gorm's sacrifice and betrayal by Frode birthed the path, he thought. His death is what made it divinely inspired. Then Kai recalled himself explaining to the two dead elk he had carried to the known unknown just a few days ago. Sage Sten instituted it as a ritual designed and appointed by the gods as a way for our tribe to weed out the weak and confirm Odin's choice Viking warriors. And the same repetitious question that he was all too familiar with, the one that he had grown up memorizing and repeating from the runes with everyone in the langur village, from childhood to adolescence to youth, resurfaced. Why do the gods select choice Viking warriors at 16? And with the question, the word-for-word answer that he and all his peers repeated together in unison took possession of his mind. It is to protect all the brothers in battle and the tribe's prosperity from weak warriors. It is for good Haminja, for the tribe's survival in having only the best skills, talents, and influences passed down to further generations. But before Kai could rationalize any further, he heard one voice break out with even more secrecy and further. You don't think he could be the one mighty and strong, do you? Silence filled the next room, but it didn't matter to Kai, because he was shocked. What do the Trousts know about the one mighty and strong? He thought. The one mighty and strong was a prophecy he found carved in runes growing up, but he had never been told who it was or what it meant. After asking his father about it, his father told him it was an unknowable mystery, uttered once by Sage Stein. Immediately Kai recalled the words of the prophecy in his mind.
And it shall come to pass
That I, Odin, will send one mighty and strong, holding the scepter of power in his hand, clothed with light for a covering, whose mouth shall utter words, eternal words, while his bowels shall be a fountain of truth, to set in order mine house, and to arrange by lot the inheritances of the Langs whose names are found, and the names of their fathers and of their children, enrolled in the book of the law. Before Kai could rationalize any further, he heard footsteps make their way towards the room that he lay debilitated in. After rapidly closing both eyes, he quickly rolled from his right shoulder onto his back and pretended to be asleep.